Hey everyone, so I'm Richard, I'm the co-founder of Nap.ai, and today I'm going to talk to you about this new library that we're launching called AutoA2A. So what's the idea behind AutoA2A? We want to make it really easy for developers to take existing agent projects and convert them into A2A servers. So we don't think that agent developers should have to worry about the backend. So maybe you're building an agent and you want to deploy it as an MCP server or an A2A server. We don't think that you should have to, dive into the MCP SDK or the A2A SDK, figure out how to do the servers and the backend. We think you should just be able to focus on the front end of the agent and automatically convert that into a server. So it's kind of like Vercel for agents. Okay, so you can find all of the information at auto-a2a.ai. All of the links are here. You can find the link to the AutoA2A repo. You can find a link to our hosting platform, which I'm also going to show you how to use for your agent servers. And you'll also find a video demo where you can watch how to use A2A. Okay, so today I'm going to go through adding it to an existing project and the process that you need to go through to convert it to an A2A server. So we're going to use this CrewAI, crew. It's a simple researcher crew that does some research. It just has a crew.py file as well as a main.py file for running it. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a virtual environment. I'm going to activate that virtual environment. I'm going to add AutoA2A. You can see that it's added here. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run the init command. So we need to specify the framework that we want to use. So we're using CrewAI. We also support a number of other frameworks like OpenAI, LangGraph. And what you'll see is that it added a bunch of different files to my agent project. If you've looked at some of the examples from the Google A2A official repo, you'll notice a similar structure. You might notice this task manager.py file is here. There's also a main file which contains things like the agent card and the agent skill. And it's also added this other file, agent.py, which is a wrapper for your agent. So we need to make a few edits to our file. We need to indicate which agent that we want to convert into an A2A server. The easiest way to do that is to search to-dos in the repo. So in agent.py, we need to indicate which research agent, which agent we want to use, which is our research crew. And we're going to import that. We're going to pass it to the wrapper. We also need to indicate the input schema for our crew. So we can find that in the main.py file here. We just want to pass a dictionary with the key topic. So we're gonna add topic here to our task input. We also need to, there's another schema, an input in the task manager file. So we need to convert that into topic. And finally, in the run A2A file, we just need to add all of the metadata for our agent. So in our case, it's a simple researcher agent. We're going to give it an ID, a name, simple researcher agent, a description. So this agent uses CrewAI to research a topic. We're going to give it some tags, and we're also going to give it an example. So do research on the topic AI would be an example. We're also going to change the name in the agent card as well. So we're going to call it simple researcher agent. And also give it a description. This agent uses CrewAI to research a topic. Okay, so that's all of the changes that we need to make. We could now run this server locally if we wanted. But if we want to add it to our hosting platform, which is what I'm going to show you today, you need to add one more thing, which is in the README of the AutoA2A repo. So if you scroll down to the section deploying with Naplet's platform, there's this extra snippet that we need to add to the TOML file of the project. So I'm just going to paste that here. That's everything. Now we can push this to GitHub. And I'll show you that this is now pushed. Yeah, just pushed a minute ago. So the repo is called CrewAI Researcher A2A. So now we can go to our platform, and this is at labs.napla.ai. The link is in the website. When you come here, you're going to need to log in. So you can log in with GitHub. I've already done that because I needed to add my secrets. But after you log in, you'll see this screen, and we're going to select which server we want to run. So it's an A2A server. We're going to select the repository we just pushed, and then we're going to one-click deploy for that agent server. And I don't know which one that is actually, so I'm going to delete them both. You can delete servers using this button. Let's launch again. So this is our new deployed A2A server. You can check the logs here if you want. And okay, so that's deployed as an A2A server now. So I'm going to show you how to interact with this deployed A2A server. So there's also instructions for this in our AutoA2A repo. So in the README, you'll see using with A2A clients, there's a few different ways. You can use it with a CLI client, or you can use it with a UI client. I'm going to show you the UI one because it's a bit more visual. But basically what you need to do is clone Google's A2A repo. I've already done that because I wanted to add a .m file with my Google API key. But once we're in there, we just need to cd to the demo UI directory, and then we need to run this code. So we're going to do that now. So I'm in the A2A repo. I'm going to cd to the demo UI, and I just need to run the code that I got from the README. This is going to spin up, and I'm going to follow this link. And yeah, this is the dashboard. So there's a few different things on the left panel. So you can see there's like a place for agents. There's also a place for conversations. I'm going to add my agent here. So what I need to do is take the URL from the hosting platform. I'm going to add that here. We need to remove the HTTP. This is in the instructions. You'll see that it identifies the simple research agent. We're going to save that. And now we can have a conversation with that agent. So I want you to do research on AI and show the report here. So that's going to get sent to our hosting platform, and the crew is going to get kicked off. It's going to do some research on the topic that we specified, and hopefully it's going to return the report here. So as I mentioned, this is just one of the interfaces that you can interact with your agent through. There's also a CLI that you can interact with it through. There aren't that many nice interfaces as there are for MCP yet. So, Cursor or Claude Desktop don't yet support interacting with A2A servers, and they're not really intended for that, but maybe something like that will be possible in future. But for now, I think it's pretty nice to use the UI and CLI. And this is something that I'm using in my day-to-day. So I have a lot of different agents for improving my productivity. I used to run them from Python scripts or just CLI commands, but now I can deploy my agents and have them accessible from multiple different devices. And I can also start to compose my different agents because they're, accessible via a standard interface. So yeah, you'll see here that this returned the research report on AI. It talks about the different trends. And yeah, that's it for the demo from me. So let us know in the comments, what you think of AutoA2A. Reach out, join our community. We'd love to hear what you're building with agents and A2A servers. And we hope you find it useful to very easily convert your agents into A2A servers so that you can use them from different interfaces and compose them with some of your different agents. Okay, thanks everyone.